and a lot of respects, that man's back on top of the world.
I didn't just spend a year and a half away vacationing. I struggled to be here every day, and I earned this. Kelvin
A lot of good visuals from Klose in this.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my game plan. I just want to pressure someone. I don't want to give anybody the opportunity to do anything on me.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered.
Please tell me that's on video. I've never been happier.
I'm made for a fucking podcast. We're dangerous. Listen to me, we're at it.
Welcome to UFC Unfiltered. Matt and I will be joined today by Drakkar Klose as well as Kelvin Gastelum, who we haven't talked to in a while. So I'm looking forward to that. And Kelvin's going down to 170. I'm just dying to know, what is the thinking behind that? Did he feel he was a small 185, or what was the thinking? Was it just for this fight opportunity?
But he's been down there before.
Oh, I know, but he had trouble making weight at times. So I'm wondering what was the motivation to go back down?
He should have that thing in his refrigerator, like in a movie that the kids out there probably haven't seen, but they should see, Easy Money. And when he's on a diet, his kids put something in the refrigerator. When they open up, he goes, "You want a piece of cake, fatty, fatty? Yeah, fatty, fatty." And he's going, his eyes are bugging out. I don't know.
Yeah. That was a funny movie. That's a very underrated movie with a guy named Tom Noonan, and Joe Pesci is in that. A comedian named Taylor Negron, who I believe passed away since then. He was in a lot of those 80s films. But yeah, that's a very underrated Rodney movie because I think it came right after Caddyshack.
My buddy Nino, my black belt Nino, he's a great guy. He walks in the academy. "Oh, great Nino!" You just yell it, "Hey, Nino!" Anyway, he has his truck. He's a plumber. Yep. So he named his truck after Joe Pesci's fucking plumbing service in the name of that fucking movie. So I got to get the name.
Oh, that's funny. I don't remember the name.
I'm going to get the name of it. Only because it's hysterical. But yeah, man, Nino's a character, dude.
Yeah. I don't remember the name of Pesci's.
Oh, you mean we're gonna get off my buddy's plumbing truck and talk to a guest?
We have Kelvin Gastelum. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's more important than talking about Easy Money.
Well, I love Easy Money. I could talk Easy Money all day.
Yeah. Would you talk Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors? Did you ever
wanted to? Sure. I haven't seen it in a long time.
My kids just seen it. There's Kelvin.
I apologize, gentlemen. I apologize.
That's okay. No problem.
Tell him that he's gonna have a hard time making weight. You tell him.
I didn't say you have a hard time. I said I was surprised that you went down to 170. Wow. It's been a long time. What was the motivation, Kevin? Was it just this Brady fight, or was it something you'd been thinking about doing?
Yeah, it's definitely something I've been thinking about doing for quite some time now. I had been vocal about it, and people weren't taking me serious. But I just wanted to get one more win at middleweight and then drop back down. And I did that. And so I decided to pull the trigger now. And here I am, I'm 2 days away from making 171 at least.
Yeah, you look great. I mean, you look really jacked. Is there anything you've learned in those years since you've gone down that you think will make these cuts easier for you now? Is there anything nutritionally or anything that has changed for you?
Absolutely. No, I have way more understanding and education in nutrition and than I did before, right? And I've definitely learned and grown throughout the years. So now I want to apply it. And but not only that, Jim, one day I just woke up and I saw a window that one day will start to close, right? And the last few years of my career, I want to be able to maximize and make sure that I do everything I can to be able to become a world champion. And that I think I needed to take my diet serious, and I think that was the only thing that was probably missing from a lot of my game is just taking my nutrition serious.
Is it
Yeah.
rough though when you're still able to beat some of the best guys at 185? Like Chris Curtis is no walk in the park.
Definitely not.
You
No,
know?
I mean that's why I stayed for so long, right? I had some success and I was doing okay and I got pretty comfortable, and making the weight and is not much of a sacrifice.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing, because I thought it was, I was kind of a tweener myself, but I remember when I had to get down to 155, there was absolutely no missing those morning like runs and shit. I had to just get the weight down. So it does keep you a little more honest, I guess, with your
100%. 100%. Yeah. I got a little too comfortable. It does keep you a little honest. You're like, I'll take a little piece of that chocolate today. It's okay.
Yeah.
Well, even the
Easy to
guys,
do that.
Calvin, even some of the losses at 185, I mean, they were to murderers, and they were decision fights like Cannonier and Whitaker, Adesanya. Like, I mean, you went 5 rounds and 3 rounds with some brutally tough guys. So you're known as one of those guys who's just a nightmare to have to deal with. And you're a tough fight for anybody. So yeah, it really is true. Nobody wants to deal with you if they don't have to.
Well, I tried to.
Well, yeah, you've succeeded in that. Now, Sean Brady, what are you expecting out of Sean Brady, and how are you feeling going back down to 170 physically?
These Philly boys are tough, right? So I'm expecting a dog, man. He's a good wrestler, has good jiu-jitsu black belt, I believe. I think Renzo Gracie black belt as well, from out of Philly. So he's got good boxing fundamentals, and this is a tough kid. And I know that he probably wants to get back after losing to Bilal, right?
Yeah.
And so this is a tough test, man. This is a tough test. I respect his skills, but at the same time, I've been doing this quite some time, baby.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything that he brings to the table that I haven't seen before, right? I just have to be ready for everything that he does bring, which I feel I am. I'll be able to negate his wrestling, his jiu-jitsu, I think, with mine.
So a lot is going to be decided. I feel when I look at this, I feel a lot's going to be decided on the feet, because I feel that you're a good enough wrestler to keep that up there. Sean's a really, really good jiu-jitsu guy under Daniel Gracie. Close. There's a lot of Gracies out there. Track that family tree. That's a fucking.
I thought it was one of the branches of Renzo or something.
Yeah, Daniel. He's a big Brazilian. But listen. But that Philly crew, Sean Brady, before he got derailed by Bilal Muhammad, who's a stud, he only has 1 loss. That's right.
Yeah, 15-1.
When was it a matter of I'm fighting at 170, just give me a top guy, or is it, I'm fighting at 170, give me who you give me? How'd that work that you got Sean Brady? Because I'll tell you, listen, again, man, you've been around, you've knocked out the best.
Yeah.
I'm not.
No, I wanted to jump into the deep end, and I at first remember I had Shafkat undefeated at the moment with a 100% finish rate.
Oh, that's right.
I had him in September.
Oh.
I got injured. I had my nose fractured and cut open, so I had to pull out of the fight. But I wanted to jump into the deep end, and we got Shafkat. I got injured, pulled out, and so they were looking to get me Neil Magny for this fight. I said, I already fought Neil Magny. To be honest, it doesn't really motivate, doesn't get me excited. Let's see if Sean Brady's available. For whatever reason, they made it happen, because I think he was probably matched up with someone else. I don't remember who, but I think he was matched up with someone else, and they just decided to go for it.
I can't believe the career you've had too. I think this is your 20th fight, a UFC fight. I'm looking back 2013 against Uriah Hall, I guess, was the first. It's crazy to me that you're only 32. Like, I've been a fan for so many years, been watching you. You're like one of those guys I expect to be 48. And the fact that you're only 32, because you've been around for so long, and you've been kind of in these giant fights for a decade now. you still have a lot of years left. I mean, you know, especially with what they're doing now, you see guys fighting into their mid 40s when they want to. So you could have, you know, 10 years left if you want to.
If I'm lucky, I mean, I'm guessing, you know, I have a smaller window, like 5 or 6 years fighting at this high level. If I'm doing it past that, then that's just cherry on top.
Well, listen, I'm sorry, Jimmy, but I know another stocky welterweight at 32 years old that just shocked the world. Jimmy, you texted that. Matt, bring up how you won the title at 32. Thank you, Jimmy.
Actually, I just wrote Matt 32, and Matt knows what I mean.
Jimmy texted Matt 32. Oh, so yeah, man.
Really?
Yo, that's it, bro. Come on. Yeah, at the same time, we flexed.
Hell yeah.
So exciting, man. It's an omen, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a great omen, man.
And I like it, man. No risk, I mean, listen, risk versus reward. Sean Brady, no walk in the park, but fuck, man, you take him out. That's what it is. You're like, all right, now I'm here. Took out top prospect. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, no, the way I look at it, I have a few years left fighting at this very high level, and I want to maximize it, right? I want to maximize the little bit of time that I have left, and to be able to become world champ. You know,
it's funny too because you fought everybody at middleweight. It's got to be exciting for you now to go back to welterweight and see how many new names and new great fighters there are. There's a whole brand new division of guys for you to run through. That's got to feel great to know all these great fights are ahead of you.
100%. Yeah, there's so many exciting new fights that get me so excited and just fired up to get ready to face these guys.
When you're in the same division for a long time, and I've wondered if Adesanya felt that way, that's why he decided to go up, or any of these guys, when you're spending 6, 7, 8 years in the same division, is it not going to get boring because there's always good fighters, but do you ever go like, I want some different faces, some different possibilities, or how do you start to think about that after a while?
You know what? You really take it fight by fight, but there is a little bit of that sometimes, I guess. But really, you take it fight by fight. You know, I can't worry about the rest of the division. I can just worry about the person that's in front of me. And but sometimes that does happen, Jimmy. Yeah, I mean, but the division I left it's becoming a brand new division at the moment, the middleweight division. You know, it's not the same guys that were before.
Yes, Strickland. I mean, I think Matt, did you have him picked to win? I mean, I don't think anyone saw him winning by decision. Like that it was crazy that
you picked him to win.
In fairness, I thought he was going to utilize
knock him out. I think, yeah.
I didn't think he was going to do what he normally does. So I got to be honest with that. You know, it's not like my John Jones prediction when
Matt picked John Jones against Tsarukyan first round choke him. Matt picked.
Thank you. But my point was, I thought
that was an easy pick. That was an easy pick.
Yeah.
For me, I'm so stupid. I picked Gone by decision.
But I thought that Sean was gonna utilize his grappling. The fact that he didn't is even more impressive. You know what I mean? So, but Kelvin, what are we doing outside of fighting? What's going on with you? Talk to us. Any business ventures? What's going on with you? I mean, I don't want to dive into your personal life. Are you single or you're married? What do you got going on?
Man, no, man. To be honest, no. When I moved back to Arizona, and I got right into camp and got injured, and then so I spent all that summer and year recovering from my knee injury. I had knee surgery, and then I got right as soon as I was healthy, I got right back into camp, got injured again. So no, I mean the last few years has been pretty sucky, man. You know, the win in April was a big win for me because I had been focusing a lot on the previous years on my health and recovering my health and going to physical therapy every fucking day. And so really the main focus has been recovering my health the last few years because I had been getting injured so much.
Yeah, shit. And what do you take that? I mean, getting injured, I mean, it's rough, man. Because as a little bit of an older guy, I get an older guy. I guess. it's not you. I'm talking about myself. Like, it's not that you're not a badass. It becomes like, dude, I'm not getting through a fucking camp. There's no way.
Yeah.
My body's not going to do it. So
we weren't getting through camps, man. Like, we were getting to the last week, and then bam, it would happen, and we'd be like, "What the hell? There's something going on here."
Are you changing the way you approach a camp? Because as you get, I blew
now.
my first time. I ever pulled out. That's funny. No, not at all. That's funny.
Now I am. Yeah.
Oh, now. Oh, you said no. Oh,
yeah.
Because you know, I used to like when I was gonna fight Matt Hughes. When I had to pull out of that fight. I was like starting in the crucifix, and then in between rounds, I would be doing suplexes, and I ended up blowing my back out. So, you know, you approach things a little differently, a little smaller,
100%.
Rather than just
100%.
Go.
Yeah, no, the way that I train now is so different from when I trained at 21, right? Yeah, my approach is so much different. My habits are so different from when I was younger as well, and so it makes a huge difference, man. I can't just wake up like I used to. All right, boom, jump right into practice. Yeah. Hell no. I gotta wake up 3 hours before practice, wake up, get my coffee. I have a system now.
Yeah. It's like, but like Max Holloway, I think he said he doesn't really do physical sparring anymore, or it's really, really minimum. And it seems like his last couple of fights, he's looked incredible. So he's hasn't burned himself out in camp. Have you cut down on any of that, on any sparring, or how are you handling that?
Definitely. We I wouldn't necessarily we cut back. We just are micro managing the sparring now a little bit more, to make sure we're not beating the body up as much. You know, you don't want to beat up the body, then go to conditioning and beat it up. Like the approach is way different for sure, you know?
Yeah. And getting hurt the last week in camp, and then getting hurt, it's just got to be so discouraging and disheartening that, like, no matter how careful you try to be, you can't control every single moment in camp.
I'll tell you what, it was pretty tough. I'll tell you that, to get re-motivated, everything, that fight with Chris Curtis, it was after multiple injuries and surgeries and just, yeah. So it was a big win. So now I'm on the other side of that. This is a new chapter. I'm back down at 170. Like, I'm reamping the whole KG business model. So, it's only up from here.
Holy shit. Is that the first time you ever referred to yourself as KG? I like it.
Yeah.
I guess
I like that, man. It reminds me of Jimmy. I don't know if Jimmy likes it. Because Jimmy made a face. Yeah. Jimmy's face made a face like when I tell a joke. It's like his bite. Hey, this guy is far from cringy, Jimmy.
No, KG. I don't dislike KG. Don't try to get Kelvin mad at me. I don't want fucking Kelvin cutting weight. I don't need fucking unhappy Kelvin smacking me. Yeah, no, KG is good.
Thank you, Matt.
I do like that though. I like that. I couldn't do that. MS. Kind of, it's a.
Yeah.
No, Chael is the one that first started calling KG.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I like it. I like that KG thing. Yeah, I want to add it to my thing when I'm doing a joke and I'm joking, JK. But I don't think I can let it flow off the tongue.
Nah, it makes people go FY.
I'm just kidding. But
that'd be like saying a joke and then going LOL.
Yeah,
that's rough.
That's rough.
Yeah,
I'd be like, wait, I don't think we can hang out anymore.
Yo, hey, Kelvin. Now I'm having a hard time not calling you KG. But listen, when we first started doing this show, before I
call me KG.
This is I want to. This is 700 episodes later. Okay, This is what you got. But when I was green in this podcast, we had the biggest guest on back before I knew what the fuck I was doing. So we had The Rock on. So one time we had The Rock, and this is back when we were taking phone calls. And I go, I was in the theater, and everybody was LOL. What was I saying, Jimmy? LOLing?
I don't remember. I probably blocked it out.
Out loud. Everybody was LOLing, and I don't know. It was very so embarrassing. I don't even know why I brought it up.
If you kept saying LOL, we wouldn't be able to hang out.
Yeah, no. Anyone who says that is a real J-O. So yeah, you're probably better off. Well, Kelvin, look, I'm happy that you're. What a fight this is! This Brady fight is unbelievable, and congrats on getting such a big fight. You've earned it, and no one is surprised. But I'm happy to see it, and we'll talk to you after, man. Have a great fight on Saturday. The whole card is stacked.
Great card.
It is.
This is one of the best non-pay-per-view cards I've ever seen. It's unbelievable, and they just added Clay Guida to the main card.
I didn't even know he was fighting till this week. I was like, hell yeah, I love Clay Guida.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to be the main event of the prelims, and then they moved up Misha. So Clay is on the main card.
Hell yeah.
But we'll talk to you again, man. Take care. It's good talking to you, and good luck on Saturday.
Guys. Thank you, guys.
All right, Kelvin.
All right, Kelvin. Take care.
KG. I like
He looks
it.
good. Kelvin looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks ready.
No, he doesn't, JK.
Oh, FY.
I can't get into that. I can't do it. I can't do the JK. I think it will be good though. I think I could add it in naturally.
JK. Yeah, no, I don't. Unless you're texting and you're running out of, like, if you're tweeting something, you only have a certain amount of characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bit of a character.
I'll say.
Yes, Jimmy. Benil don't like.
I know. I was like, yesterday or Monday, I was thinking that before we talked to Benil, and I was happy it didn't come out on the show.
What, did I sing that song?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I think he's gonna like this weekend.
I know.
That's what happened with him and Charles Oliveira, you know. But me, Benil don't like it.
That's a tough loss to Oliveira, because it's hard to justify another fight. Like, it's a very tough loss.
Yeah, but you know, he can get, if anybody can get back on that horse.
Of course. Hey, what's going on with Merab, by the way? Are there any fights from Merab? Anything coming up?
He's in Vegas.
Okay.
And he's living his best life. That's all I gotta tell you.
All right.
The guy's living his best life. Look at his Instagram. The guy's fucking probably sparring 1,000 rounds a week. You know, he's got a nice little crew out there he's working with.
When he rolls jiu-jitsu, can he go for a while without getting tired?
I remember I rolled with him some, and you know, it used to be where he was having trouble getting out of mountain stuff, and he'd be like, "Oh, I can rest." Then it got to the point he just doesn't stop moving. I'm like, "All right, yo, fuck this." After 5 or 10 minutes, I'm like, "All right, I'm good for a round with you. Go ahead, somebody else fucking jump on."
Bring someone else in.
Yeah, bring someone else in. You know, but but he's fun. He's a lot of fun, man, because he's technical, but he just doesn't stop moving. So even if you could, I'm bigger and I can technique him sometimes with jiu-jitsu, the guy just never stops moving. And then you show him all the escapes, and you're like, "Fuck, why'd I show him all these escapes?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They should have kept a little something for me. But he's just awesome. And then he's respectful too.
Sure.
Yeah, he's not jumping on something when I'm fucking tired. Yeah, I miss him actually. Now that you brought him up.
Yeah, I was just thinking about him. I'm like, and I also because I get so tired doing it. Like, it's so exhausting. Again, I'm not in great shape and I'm 55, but I'm just amazed that anyone can do it for a long period of time. It's so fucking
You know what's nice
tiring.
though, because my knees have been a little banged up lately. Like both my knee that I didn't get done yet, which for some reason is bothering me, which is not cool because I'm trying to put that off. But then I told you I twerked the one that I got done. So
how is it now?
Yeah, it is still a little something coming out of the side of it. But anyway, the point is that I just started getting rolling 2 nights ago. I do it very light. I just grab my wife or my kid, and I could just roll with them.
Right.
So because this weekend on the same as the fights, we're gonna go to Jersey. I'll be in Trenton, New Jersey at the Jiu-Jitsu World League. I'll give them a plug because they're really professional. I like that Jiu-Jitsu World League. It's a new organization, and my kid's in there. She likes it. My youngest, my 10-year-old's gonna go in.
Yeah,
that's cute. And my wife's going in again. My wife's crazy because they don't have nobody in her master's division over 40. So she's jumping back in the over 18 division again. So listen, man, she goes in there with the young kid. She's 40. So
She just loves it.
he loves it, man. Listen, what's the worst that can happen? She gets caught, she learns something, and that's the attitude. And that's the attitude she likes to show for my kids.
Right,
So,
right.
It's very nice, and they know daddy's got his losses.
Sure.
We concentrate on the wins, but
Yeah.
they do, but why'd you have to bring up to don't embarrass me, Jimmy.
Bring up what?
Oh, never. Wait, what? Bring up what?
You said why did I have to bring up someone who?
Oh, why'd you have to bring up in front of Kelvin? You texted me about it, about me winning the title at 32.
Well, because I felt it was one of those things that we should discuss more, and I felt it wasn't talked about enough.
I know. And then he's like, oh, but I don't have years. Oh, how many years I've left? And I'm like, dude, a few years after that,
Yeah.
Frank Trigg. Oh, let's bring in Drakkar Klose.
Let's do that. Yeah, fighting Joe Selecki on the prelims on Saturday.
Yeah, I think he's going to select you to stand it up. Select this. I think Drakkar is going to select you. I might double down on it.
Oh no, you can't. You can't.
Come on, Drakkar.
Hello.
Drakkar, what's up, dude?
How you doing?
It's been a minute, like Jimmy says.
It's been a hot minute.
Where you? Hey, first of all, congratulations. If I'm correct, I believe you and the great dangerous Courtney Casey are having a child. Am I correct?
Of course.
Oh my God! Thank goodness. With the social media, you never know. You could be liking somebody else's thing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how far along is she now?
The due date's February 21st, so we're not. Yeah, it's right around the corner. So
You have a boy or a girl now?
I have a boy now, and we're gonna have another boy.
Oh, two. Okay. How old is your son?
5.
Now, do you like when you're traveling? And some fighters are very, very opposite with this. Do you like to have family with you and your kids with you, or your son with you, or do you prefer to just travel alone because of the lack of distraction?
No, I love him. He'll be here this afternoon. He actually picked out my walkout song for this fight. So
Get out. What song is it?
It's a Young Dolph song. So it kind of surprised me. You know what I mean? Like, pick the rap song.
But what if he didn't? What if he had chosen something like one of those kid songs that drives everybody nuts? Would you have to override him, or would you do it?
Yeah, I would have overrode him.
Oh, you would have. Okay. Yeah. Do you get superstitious with a walkout song? Like, is there one that you've had longer than others that you're like, this means something to me, or do you not care?
No, I've always tried to switch up my songs because I think, each fight's different and, different meaning for each song. So I kind of like the one he picked for me.
Oh, go ahead, Jimmy.
No. I was only going to ask a song question because I've heard different philosophies. Some guy like a quieter song that doesn't get the heart rate up, or a slower song, and some guys like their heart rate raised by the music. Do you have any preference for that?
My heart rate stays the same.
Okay.
I'm trying to just be a killer, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, Jimmy watches a lot of those hype up movies, and he also watches. Jimmy thinks that if he fights, he'd be like Clay Guida and his brother, and he'd be like, smack me, smack his little face.
I wouldn't care for that at all. Actually, I would be very angry if somebody slapped me before I fought. I wouldn't care for that.
Jimmy, yeah, you don't got to get
fuck that.
Walk into that cage.
But you do have guys say that though, that they like a music that keeps their heart. I've heard guys talk about the songs choices they make, that they don't want something crazy or fast. They like a mellow song when they walk out. Maybe it's just different for everybody.
Yeah, I've had some teammates. They come out and they put on a concert. You know what I mean? And then by the time they get in there, they burnt all their energy out.
Nah, shit.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you, and I don't like to bring up negative stuff, but those kind of fights where I've been there too, man. You
about to ask me about the Benil fight?
No,
God damn. I've been seeing it all goddamn week, man. If I got 25 cents for every time they reposted it, I'll be a millionaire.
But it's not a bad thing. Hear me out. How many people had Benil like that? Benil was on ice skates first before you started putting on those skates. He was on Listen, we know the deal, bro. To hurt somebody, you gotta be there to be hurt. You're not afraid of just getting in that fire. So it was one of those. Listen, why should I even ask you now? I feel fucking bad. I feel bad asking.
Hey, it takes two to tango. You know what I mean?
It does. So listen, no fucking regrets. I
learned a lot from that fight. You know what I mean? Just be patient. You know, if I could rock you once, I can do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Good. All right, there you go. Listen, I've been there, bro. I've been there. I had how many laces out between back fists, between getting tired, trying to knock out Caraprese and having to take a beating for over 2.5 rounds. I'm there with you, bro.
Yeah. It just sucks because they post it every time he fights, and then they post it like right before my birthday in March. So it pisses me off.
And you never get used to it, right? Like you never just go, all right, there it is again. It's every time it's annoying.
Oh, of course. And then I have my friends send it to me. I'm like, God damn. I don't have to, you guys make me relive this every fucking year.
Do you watch a lot of tape on who you fight? Like, have you watched a lot of stuff on Joe, or do you allow the coaches to do that, or does it not help you?
Like, no disrespect to Joe. He was pretty boring to watch. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't know who he was until, getting his name. But I know he's a grappler, jiu-jitsu guy. Doesn't really throw too many punches. So I think it was easier to train for him.
Okay.
Is it annoying knowing? Because look, you could like scrap, like it's something. It's really fun to watch, and you need a dance partner that likes to do that with you a lot of times. You know what I mean? To get that kind of fireworks. Is it annoying knowing that Joe Selecki is not going to be looking to trade with you too much and just try to grapple you? Is that annoying?
Yeah. It kind of sucks because I'm getting older. I'll be 36 in March, and like, hey, if you want to make money in this sport, you got to put on entertaining fights, and if he's not trying to entertain the crowd and put people in the seats, it makes it harder.
Yeah, it does. Some guys, even though they're very efficient and they're good, solid fighters and they win fights, there is that part of it that, like, hey, if the fans aren't excited to see it, you know what I mean? Again, you have to be Khabib level before, you know what I mean? Like, people recognize, wow, this guy is definitely great. And we're seeing there's a lot of fighters, I think, that don't get the credit they deserve because their fights aren't quote unquote exciting.
Yeah, and like, I don't want to downplay him. Like, he's good at what he does, you know what I mean? But no one wants to pay to watch that.
And you guys have the same manager?
Yeah.
Is that how did that happen? It does, right? It does suck. Because who was approached first with the fight?
I guess they told him, and then he had hit me up about it. But this isn't the first time. I used to be managed by Jason House, and he actually cornered against me in one of my fights. And I'm like,
wait a second.
Motherfucker.
Wait, now, did he expect to be your manager after that?
After one more fight, he paired me up with another guy of his that he managed, and then after that, I had to cut ties with him.
Yeah. Wait. He this was not after he managed you. While he was managing you, he fucking cornered somebody else?
Yeah, it was against Bobby Green. He was in Bobby Green's corner, and while he was managing me, and I'm looking over like, I have to pay this motherfucker money?
Yeah, that really is. How did he approach you with that? Like, how did he must have tried to explain to you, look, this is why. What was the reasoning?
There was no explanation. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of learned, like, with managers, like, they always ask, oh, give me a list of guys you want to fight. And then they come back with the guy that they manage. I'm like, how the fuck does that work?
Yeah, especially if they're going to corner the guy. Like, being managed is one thing, but now your manager now is not cornering you or Joe, is he?
No.
Okay, yeah, that might be a little bit easier. A guy just putting the deal together is one thing, but cornering against you has got to be a strange thing. And you won that fight. You beat Bobby. It's nice to see how well Bobby has done lately too. That fight he's got with Jalen Turner, on Saturday is very, very exciting as the co-main.
Yeah. Hopefully he goes out there and wins. You know, it makes me look better. So as long as he keeps winning.
Yeah, it's got to be good when you beat. I mean, it doesn't like they've talked so many times how MMA math doesn't always work out. You could beat this guy who beats that guy, and then that guy can beat you. But it's got to feel good when you beat a guy and then you see him going on a great, like, you know, you're one of his losses. That has to make you feel good.
Oh, of course. You know what I mean? Like, it just sucks for me. It's like every time I get the ball rolling, you know, I get injured and I have to sit out a year. So, you know, I'm just trying to stay healthy and just keep getting the wins.
Man, I hate when I knock someone out like Frank Trigg, and then all of a sudden he quits and he becomes a referee. I go, come on, man. Come on, Trigg. Trigg, smash somebody else. Fuck. Come on, man. Don't make me like a bully smacking around some guys. Anyway, I like when they kick ass. But I'm with you. Hey, is there anything you and the wife, you know, I know she's laid up because she's pregnant. Are you guys watching anything? Are you on Netflix? You streaming anything? I always like to know a new show to watch. I always like to.
Oh, she's watching something like, I don't know. It's not my thing. Every time I go in there, like, I'm going to the other room.
Is it a reality show or?
I think it's called This Is Us or something. I think that's what it's called.
It's a very big show, and I haven't seen it. But they go backwards a lot. What's that?
Yeah.
I
don't know. I couldn't really pay attention to it. Like, I'm like, this doesn't have any action in it. I'm out of here.
Shit, man. This is us, but it ain't me. I got you.
Yeah.
Man, I can't watch any of that shit.
Isn't it a tearjerker show too? Like, it's supposed to, people get very emotional watching it. They said it's really sad.
I don't know. It sounds like you watched it because I don't know anything about it.
No, I've never seen it.
You watched it. It does, Drakkar.
Matt, believe me, I'm a crybaby during movie. I would tell you if I wept like some old lady, but I've only heard people talk about it. I've never actually seen the show.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the same boat. Only, a couple seconds and I'm out of there.
Well, look, this is a great card. You have to be psyched about what a great card. I just told Kelvin, we just had him on. This is one of the best non-pay-per-view cards I've ever seen. Like, I mean, it's fucking insane how good this card is.
I think it's kind of better than a paper. Yeah, like the last pay-per-view. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to be on it.
Yeah, well, good luck, Drakkar. Again, I'm happy you're not injured now. I'm happy you're healthy. Your body, I'm sure you're feeling okay. Is there anything nagging at you? Or you're all right?
I don't know. I'm the favorite. Oh, everything hurts. I'm trying to get those odds to hurting.
All right, man. Good talking to you. Have a great fight against Joe Selecki on Saturday. We'll talk to you again.
Hey, thank you guys.
Yeah, congrats on the new baby.
Yep, love you guys. Thank you.
Okay, take care, man.
That's great, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, this fucking card.
It really is unbelievable, Matt. Puna Haley Soriano against Dustin Stoltzfus is the first fight. Joaquim Silva against Clay got moved up since Misha against Julia Villa is the main of the prelims. Font Davison Figueiredo, I think, has been kind of overlooked because everyone's talking about whether it's the main event or Turner against Bobby Green. Rob Font against Davison Figueiredo is a fight I'm looking forward to, the featured bout. We'll see how Davison does up at bantamweight.
Well, I'll tell you, I feel that if they're game planning, they're going to look to test Rob Font's sprawl.
Sure, of course.
Because Figueiredo.
Yeah.
Figueiredo. Davison. Fuck!
What?
I wanted to sing his name, and I didn't pronounce his first name right.
Dad, yes, you can.
What are you writing? Jimmy, you're up to something.
Not at all.
Mr. Norton. All right, you changed your name back from Kimura Cuck to Mr. Norton. I like that better. I like Kimura Cuck, though.
Thank you.
You're up to something. Jimmy, what a card. Do we want to make a couple of picks?
Sure. Yes, we do.
All right. The main event, Beneil Dariush versus Arman Tsarukyan.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love doing that.
Mm.
You hate when I do it.
No, I don't.
I'm gonna. Man, I like the Tsarukyan kid. I do. He's so fucking good. You know what though? I can't choose against Beneil.
No.
I can't, and I'm not going to. Even though I do like this Tsarukyan, I do.
Yeah, he's a great fight. I'm going to give it Beneil by decision.
Well, now you're just being that guy because I was about to say that.
Okay, we can both take it.
Well,
we don't have to disagree.
No, I'm going to say third round stoppage, Beneil, and that's
okay.
Wrong. Hey, man, this Armin Tsarukyan, he's not an easy guy to take out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it though because I like to be that guy. All right, let's do at least one more.
Bobby Green, Jalen Turner, co-main. Jalen's coming on 6 days' notice for Dan Hooker, who re-injured his arm. And Bobby Green has looked incredible in his last couple of fights.
Bobby Green, third round stoppage. Sorry, Jimmy, I didn't want to cut you off there, but
I say I'm going to take another decision. I think Jalen's coming off 2 losses. I don't necessarily see him getting stopped, but I do think that it's just without a camp. And Bobby moves so well. He's so fucking difficult to deal with. I think he takes a decision.
Jimmy, I'm looking forward to Rebel Moon coming out later this month.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a snacks night. I keep talking. I have no horse in this race. I have no spaceship in this fucking battle. But it's boo. But it's his like Star Wars take, like what he would do, like if he was able to do a Star Wars movie. So it's not Star Wars, but very like, let's get some rebels, defend the planet.
Yeah, I mean, he got me all in a buzz waiting to hear what happens.
Because you go look at the trailers for Rebel Moon and you'll understand.
No.
You're a mean guy.
Hey, what do you think? Let's do a pick 2 for let's do Font Figueiredo. Again, see how effective is Davison coming up at that weight? Is he a little better because he's not taking as extreme a cut? Because I think it was always a tough cut for him.
This is what I'll tell you.
Yep.
I will have. I get a little. I pickle my heart because I like Rob Font so much.
Yeah.
I feel that. I mean, unless Rob Font done something, but to neutralize that grappling, I think Figueiredo's got a shot from hell, bro. He has some jiu-jitsu exchanges with Moreno.
Yeah, Moreno.
I said that with Moreno.
Yeah.
That a lot of the guys aren't getting through those scrambles. So did Rob Font, could he have done enough since his last fight with Corey Sandhagen where that, I don't think that was his last fight, but it was, yeah. It was his last fight.
Yeah, he lost.
All right. I don't want to root against Rob Font. I'm not.
You're not rooting. You're just saying, what do you think's going to happen?
I'm thinking
they're both coming off a loss.
Figueiredo by decision, unless something changes with Rob's grab.
I think Font stops him. Again, Figueiredo has not fought anyone but Brandon Moreno for 3 years. So I think Rob Font finds a way to stop him in the second round.
Well, Jimmy, you are not agreeing on that, but that's okay.
That
makes it even.
Sean Brady Gastelum. That's the last one we'll do. What do you think?
Wow. Well, assuming he wins his first fight with the scale. Just kidding. I believe Kelvin will make it. JK, KG. You like that?
No.
I like Jimmy. You're like, no, never do it again. All right.
What do you think?
I was gonna double down on it and say that I think KG will get a TD in the fucking first fight, but then I'm stopping.
KG TKO over SB?
Ooh, what'd you say?
Do you think KG gets a TKO over SB, or does KG get a UD?
Listen, I think I believe, man. I don't know. Sean Brady only has that one loss, man.
I know. To Bilal.
Oh, Jake wants to go in with an IDK, and I don't know. He's trying it. Boo. Boo. Type in our chat. Boo.
Yeah.
Why you me the boos for me?
It should be I definitely kneel, because that one sucked.
Yes. Rough one. Listen, this is what I think, and this is what I'm going to go on to say, Jimmy. This is what I'm going to say.
What?
I feel, see, Sean Brady, man, I think this is going to be decided on the feet. Kelvin is used to dealing with guys that strike a lot harder. You know, I'm bigger. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Man, this is a rough one. How is he going to handle the weight?
Yeah. But again, he's used to dealing. I mean, he went 5 or whatever it was, or 3 or 5 with Cannonier. Again, you never know. MMA math doesn't always work, but I mean, he literally Cannonier couldn't put him away. Kelvin is a very, very tough out for anybody who's got to deal with him. I'm taking Gastelum. I think he wins by decision.
I'll take Brady by decision.
Okay.
All right. Listen, to me, it's a very, very evenly matched, where I think Kelvin's wrestling can negate the jiu-jitsu game of Brady. So I think a lot of it will be decided on the feet, and I think it's going to be tight up there too. So I'm going to give it to Brady by decision, but I'm literally, I'm there with you though. I'm doing it pretty much to go against you.
I know. Yeah. Sometimes I'll pick against you too, just to do it.
But yeah, that's it. Jimmy, what else, brother?
Oh, I'm very good. Tonight, 7 p.m., Fat Black Pussycat. If you're hearing this on Wednesday, the 29th, come see me tonight at 7. I'm doing my hour. And if not, we'll see you Monday. And I'll talk to you this weekend.
Do an hour.
Yeah.
Wow. That's wild, Jimmy. What are the fights?
Fights? Oh, yeah. Let me plug the fights.
Yes, please.
Let me actually do what they're paying me to do.
I'll let you know how the family does. They're going to compete this weekend.
Hold on, buddy. Yes, please do. Let me see. The fights here are this Saturday, of course, Dariush versus Tsarukyan. And it is, they're in Austin. For some reason, I forget that they're in Austin. It's Saturday, December the 2nd. Great time, 4 o'clock. Prelim starts 7 p.m. main card. You're done nice and early. And what a great, great card this is.
Fantastic card. I got to do 3 things right now. Do you know what that is?
Shit.
Don't be sure and say kakapupa duty. Don't say
I won't say it. No,
I would never say that as a guy who's going to be 50 soon. Jimmy, I will text you this weekend.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to you soon.
Possibly FaceTime. So
I hope so.
Goodbye, you Unfiltered Army.
Bye.
Bye, buddy.